About 2 years ago, AeonAir mentioned to his viewers that he would like to see a top 5 extreme demon with a funny name.
The number 4 extreme demon, George, right? Shit's fucking hilarious.
Soon afterwards, I asked him if he would endorse a top 30 extreme demon named Philip, and he was very interested in the idea. Can I actually impress him, or will I blunder on my way there? Let's find out. I was able to get a quick start on decoration because of 2 reasons. One being I have an old version of this level. This phase completely sucks, but it does give me a general idea as to what I should make for the first part, including the gameplay that I already made. My idea for this is to give the feeling that you're in far outer space. Like, far in outer space. However, I'm not very good at art. What I do hope for though is the frigid feeling of what I create to help offer the idea to whoever's playing it. When it came to starting on the decoration, however, I struggled for ideas horribly. Oftentimes when I create levels, I'm very good with making good colors and blocks that work together on the first try, and considering that, I want to see what I could do using objects I otherwise wouldn't normally use. Let's just say, boy was I wrong for even thinking that. Not only was I unable to make the details in the block work, but I had no idea what to do for the colors either. After all the struggle, I decided the best thing to do was to delete my progress. Okay, let me restart. Hooray. However, not all hope was lost, and maybe I would be able to impress Aeon after all. Despite my previous failed attempt, I was still motivated to create something high quality. To do so, I stuck to my usual formula of making the majority of my block designs and got to work. I was able to get the structuring done quite fast. Okay, that looks sick. Alright. And now, it was a matter of finishing the rest of the decoration. Fortunately, this is the easiest part of making block designs for me, and after about an hour, I had a good product to work with. What I made wasn't very detail heavy and was for sure one of the simpler blocks I've created, but this worked for me. Thinking about the real world, or I guess real space, it's basically known for being an empty void with not much to look at. You could say there's nebulae and clusters of stars with beautiful colors, but those are all things we actually can't see. So, using this knowledge of the universe being black space, creating a block design surrounded with this theme turned out to be simpler than I thought. Now, I was ready to continue with the part, and it started with finishing the rest of the blocks. I also decided that I wanted to get a little funky with the 3D. Pretty much across every one of my maps, I do 3D the exact same way. So I thought flipping it around would be cool, and it was! It made the part 10 times better than it would have been just because I made it slightly different. Other than that, creating the rest of these blocks took around another 2 hours, and after adding stars and fog, now that all of the primary elements were finished, all that was left was air decoration, movement, and some effects. Firstly, I did the usual thing for my air deco, as I just made some simple background for the blocks and some orb details. Afterwards, I took columns of these details and set those to move in an up and down pattern. Since the level was already extremely difficult, I didn't want to make it harder with complicated movements like I do in basically all of my levels. So, these smooth movements worked well enough for me. For the spike colors though, I made them harsh to give that feeling of frigidness. For effects, still considering this level's difficulty, I made a simple block pulsing effect for 3 groups and set one of these groups to go with every 3rd block. And finally, the part is done! If you like this part and Philip, make sure to sub for more and watch this video on how I decorate this first part in my upcoming top 1 extreme demon. Catch ya in the next one.